Hello, my dears. Welcome to Jessica's Intuition and welcome to the next weekly message. We're looking at the week from March 3rd, March to 9th. March, my dears. Yes, before we start, a lot really happened to me last week. I am currently on YouTube 4 times. When I did the weekly reading, I'm just thinking about when I did it. I did it on Saturday. Yes. On the 22nd, I did it in February exactly, and that was from the 24th until the 2nd March, and Saturday the 22nd March. I remember, I think I actually told you that I didn't have much time. This will be a short video, or rather, definitely a quicker video because I don't have much time or didn't have much time. I said it would definitely be a bit shorter. And I'm just quickly checking to make sure I don't say anything wrong. Exactly. It lasted 35 minutes and 36 seconds, and it was only on the German channel. I wanted to adapt it for the English version, but I didn't do it because that would have only come out on Wednesday on the English channel. That's why I decided to do it. To start with the new weekly message across all channels. My dear ones, yes. Before we start, the weekly message, the theme was completion and fulfillment. Topic 9. We had topic 9. Just let yourself be guided. And the theme, I'm starting anew. That was the title of my weekly message. And I had this black image where the woman stands there and opens herself up to new things. I can't tell you, I think that was me at that moment. So I'll start from the very beginning. I want to mention this at the beginning of the video and not at the end. How all of this came about. So this has really been weighing on my mind since the beginning of the week, and I really want to finally say something to you about it. My dear ones, let me take a quick breath. So I'm really, really happy, and yes, cannot say otherwise than everything has happened as it should. It was really, so this week when I made the video on Saturday, I was really already, yes, very stressed. Friday was very tough for me. I think it was Thursday night, from Thursday to Friday, when the thoughts about me and my counterpart came out. Then on Friday, it was really a very tough day for me. I don't really know if anything else happened on Friday. I don't think there were any thoughts about me and my counterpart. That was just a few days ago. Again, the other two. And yeah, Saturday was also tough. I knew it was going to be a hard day. Friday was still weighing on me. And I then did the weekly reading in the morning, or rather, before I had to work. And then uploaded it for you so that you can watch it at 0 hour. I'll show you in a moment how the voting went, when you will have it available from now on. Exactly, and I stressed myself out about being on time and everything. And I actually had to work from noon until night. I only got back here on Sunday morning at home. That was actually at 4:30 in the morning. So on Sunday at 4:30 a.m. And then I actually had to do something on my phone. I still had to edit something, and I'm actually constantly on my phone. And I then fell asleep with my phone. I also had, as I said, a really tough night. So it was also, wow, I was really angry. I was really furious. So it was really, I was completely beside myself. And I just don't like that kind of energy because I want to have harmony. I want to have fun. I don't want to get upset. And I'm the kind of person who gets upset, and then I really get worked up about it. And for me, it goes on like that for a few days where I get upset. And I was already getting upset with myself for being upset. And Sunday was accordingly, I think I fell asleep around 5 a.m. I fell asleep at 5 a.m. and then woke up again around 10 a.m. 10, 11 o'clock, I don't remember. Anyway, it was about 5 or 6 hours of sleep that I had. And I can tell you, when I got up on Sunday, I got up, I know I had slept, but I was somehow not really there. So it was definitely one of those days, Sunday, I knew the day was going to be bad. Let's put it this way, it's going to be a bad day. And I then went to work, and I was immediately asked, how do you look? I looked completely worn out. I felt like I was beside myself. I felt somehow not in my body, It was as if it was an empty shell. I can't tell you if my soul was outside of me. I don't know for sure. Sunday was really, really strange. I then had to go to work. On Sunday, I was luckily able to finish work early. My dear ones, I then went home. And then you had the good night impulse, which I made for you on Sunday morning, so that you could have it in the evening. You got that in the evening too. I was then, as I said, home early. And then around 10 p.m., I also took a look in the good night prompt, whether everything is going well and so on. And then I fell asleep while doing that. So on Sunday, around 10 p.m. Around 10 p.m. because it came out at 10 p.m. back then on Sunday. And yeah, I have, as shown in the picture in the weekly reading, I know that I fell asleep. I dreamed that I was opening up now. But I don't remember where I was standing. It was definitely all black and white. There were no colors. No, it was all black and white. Whether I was by the water, I'm not really sure about that either. I just opened up and said, this can't go on like this. I need a change. And in the dream, I had a vision that I had a vision. I would actually say it was kind of like, well, it's like when you want to watch a movie. And I say film, no matter where. But it's like fast forwarding. So you're not really watching the movie, but you're fast forwarding. And I saw it was in such a quick moment how my life is unfolding, but how the next days or the next period will go, what I should do, what I shouldn't do. It was really in such a quick process where I said, okay, I know I can change something now. I saw a few things that I noted down and wrote down, which I will also tackle in the next few days. And then I knew there was something else. I'm telling you how it is. I opened my YouTube channel and saw that there are several of my channels. And just like it is now, that's how I saw it in this dream, in this vision. I left my body, so I can't explain this to you better than I am right now. It's really, really strange. I had experienced that before a few years ago, or I definitely had it at least once, or even several times, but not as intensely as now. And then I woke up, it was, 1:20 a.m. So from Sunday to Monday night, 1:20 a.m. I woke up. I first thought, great. Now, you've slept, right? About 3 hours. And now you're awake. And I was really awake. And I knew I will either not sleep at all or I would sleep, but only a little. And then what I saw, I at first wrote it down. And then I sat down with my phone at the computer and first researched a few things, read up on stuff, and so on. I think that went on for about 2 hours. And then I decided, Jessica, you're going to start a second channel. As I said, the channel was already established last year on August 8th, 2024. I had opened it. I had opened a channel years ago that was on November 22nd, 2022. This was supposed to be my English channel, or rather, back then the thought was that I also wanted to do it in Spanish. That was always the case at that time. In 2022, I watched Spanish series and always thought to myself, I once said that to someone, I would have liked a Spanish channel and also in English, but it was more about English because I thought the language was so great back then since I kept watching those series. And yes, in the end I founded the channel in 2022, but there was nothing on it. It's still there, but there's nothing on it. He remains anonymous. What should I say? Then last year in 2024, I really had a good time. The summer was great, but it was also a very tough summer. And then I mentioned the Lion portal to you all. I told you that something new was coming here. I announced that to you here, and you will be surprised. And I also said things like, this has never happened before. There were a few other things as well. And as I said, that was already in the works. And then I founded it on the 8th August. So on August 8th, 2024, founded SO8. 8 Solve Portal. And yeah, then I didn't like what I wanted to do and ultimately decided against it. And a few days later, I generally stopped reading cards here. Why? Because it just didn't feel right back then. I somehow couldn't. I don't want to make excuses. It just was what it was. Now, at this point in time, I think to myself, my God, what on earth happened? That's really, okay, as I said, back then it just wasn't possible. It wasn't doable. And today I just think to myself, hey, this is, as I said, you changed too. And by now I think it's also been half a year since August. I think it's been a bit longer, actually. Yes, and what should I say, my dears? Unfortunately, that was the case. Yes, and then, as I said, I thought you take now, you're going to take this channel now, and you're going to start it up. As I said, I got into the topic of AI and had already tackled it last year, but I didn't like it. So the translation was bad. Then I thought about whether I should upload my German videos with English subtitles. I tried so many things back then, last year, but I didn't like any of it. And I also think that maybe that was the reason I realized I wasn't making any progress. Last year, I had already started my music channels, and it was also annoying. It all annoyed me, and I think that was the reason why I gave up. And that's what I keep telling you, don't give up, keep going. And even if you make a misstep, even if you need some time for yourselves, take that time. I haven't done any card readings for 21 weeks, my dears. It's almost half a year. I haven't done any card readings for 21 weeks. I needed time for myself. I really have time. I needed time for myself when we think about it. So, that's already a long time. Well, it was also way too long when I think about it now. I really missed it too. And then it called me to again. In the end, then in January, I'm really glad about that because I'm very, very happy now here with you. Yeah. And like I said, then I got into it. Then I watched YouTube videos to see what the best program is. And I tried out a few free versions. I didn't like it at all. So some of them were, wow. I sounded like a robot. Those were really disgusting voices. I can't say it any other way. With other programs that were also hyped, I heard my German in the background. So there were really bad programs. And then finally I came across the program that I'm using now, where it was said it's very, very good. Theoretically, if I were to make videos now with my face, the lip movements would match the language. I'm not doing that. So it doesn't really matter, but it's really a top program. Accordingly, not cheap. Let's put it this way. But for me, there was no ifs or buts about it. I realized that I first tried out the free version, but unfortunately there's a watermark on it that's over in the corner, and I thought, no. So I definitely won't be uploading any videos with a watermark. That was clear to me from the very beginning. But I still tried it out in the free version first and realized, oh my god, it sounds like my voice just in a different language. And it was immediately clear to me, this is it. This program is the one. Then I looked at the pricing plan. The cheapest option would have been for me to only make 15 videos a month, which is absolutely not possible with all the videos I create here. So I decided to go with the business plan. And yes, I initially did that. As I said, it's currently in the testing phase. Let's put it in this way, but I know that it's my program and I will work with it. So this is definitely my future, and it will always be rewritten. There will always be renewal. And so, my dear ones, I love it, and I can't say it any other way. I decided that during the night, it's going to start. And I'm also very, very happy that I took this step. And on Monday, I don't know, I was flying on cloud 100. I would even say on cloud 7,000. And yeah, then on Tuesday as well. But on Tuesday, I already noticed that I was flying too high. I had to hold myself back again because my energy was really hyped up. I was really, as I said, really flying. And I actually noticed, hey, Jessica, you need to hold yourself back a bit. That doesn't work. You can't dance at 10 weddings at the same time. That's just not possible. Because it's clear. The video is being processed. Accordingly, I have to do that. Upload, I have to lead everything. So it's still time consuming in some way. And nevertheless, I'm really happy about it. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. I think during the 72-hour look, I decided that the Spanish version will definitely be there. That was always on my to-do list. And in the end, I decided on the Turkish language because, as I said, I've always come into contact with the language throughout my life. And also time and again, actually from such people, I found out how spiritual they are. And I think that's also a language, or let's say a space, where the language is spoken, where a lot of people are interested in something like that. That's why I chose these two languages. English is the global language that was never in question. I always wanted to do that. As I said, Spanish is also one of the world languages. It's spoken in 20 countries. Those who have learned it, and probably quite a few more countries as well. And yes, as I said, Turkish was also on my to-do list. My dear ones, that was my week. And at some point during the week, I don't even know what day it was, but I saw a stalk and knew a big change is definitely coming our way. Or rather, for me, I saw the stalk, and it was clear to me that I had already seen the stalks earlier in the week. 2 in one day and then one more, and it was clear to me a change is coming. A big change is coming. And yes, that's something, I can't put it any other way. So as I said, that's really where I noticed that I wrapped something up this week. I actually do. That also gives me a bit more time here for you or for me. Exactly. And in the end, I'm really happy right now. I can't say it often enough. Really happy with how everything is going, just as it is. At this point, I also want to say thank you, because I often forget that. My dear ones, thank you so much for finding your way to me, that you have subscribed to me, that you have given me your subscription. For those who don't know, a subscription doesn't cost any money. If you also activate the bell, you won't miss any more videos. You'll be automatically notified as soon as I upload a video here, which isn't rare for me because I actually upload at least one video a day. And exactly, I also want to thank everyone who shares my videos. So just share, comment, like as I said, do what you want to do. I'm just asking you to do it for me, and yes, it really helps me grow. And that way I reach even more people. And I am really, really happy, and I would love to share my happiness with all of you. My dear, what a week. What should I say about that? Looking back, what a week. Wow, I really need to process that myself. And yes, as I said, I'm back here again. The zodiac readings will all return to normal now. And we will also start with the spring readings next week. Spring is basically just around the corner. And yes, I'm really happy right now. I can't say it any other way than how everything will develop here. So I have what I saw, I won't tell you everything because that's just the kind of person I am. I also don't share everything in hindsight. But this is going to be big. This is going to be very big here, my dear ones. Okay, my dear ones. At this point, believe in your dreams, hold on to your dreams, and do everything you can to make them achievable. Believe that the impossible can sometimes be possible. So then let's get started. I would say, let me just take a quick look. Hold on, I need to log in here. For a moment. So my dear ones, you voted. I'm going to show you this now on camera. I don't feel like bringing that up, so I'm just going to show it to you on camera. You voted with 44% for 8:44 a.m. 8 a.m. 42% for 18 a.m. Yes, 43% were for 5 a.m. So from now on, the weekly message will always come at 8 a.m. My dear ones. That's how it looks for now. I think it's a good time, to be honest with you. I really think it's a very good time. I like it. I can't say it any other way. I had that in mind too. As I said, 10 o'clock is fine. For some, it might be a bit too late. I think 8 o'clock is okay too. That's why I also wrote down 5 or 6 o'clock. No one wrote me a comment. So, about a different time. So it stays at 8 a.m. As already mentioned, we're looking at the week from March 3rd to March 9th, my dear ones. We have a portal day right on Monday, March 3rd. March. We have a portal day. We have a total of 2 this week. Once on Monday, the 3rd March, and on Wednesday, March 5th. Exactly that for now. And astrologically speaking, I already told you in the astrological forecast what is coming up this week. I'm going to briefly mention it again in this video. I'll do that in the weekly reading. That's why we're doing this now. Even if I find everything here, so where have we ended up here? We have on the 3rd March. So on Monday, Mercury also enters Aries. So we will definitely notice that Mercury will be in Aries until March 30th. So from the beginning of March until March 30th, I already said that the mirrored number here as well. And yes, I can also imagine that the energy will start flowing right here with Monday, as I said. For me, actually, if you think about it, I had Friday up, which was really exhausting. Saturday was really exhausting. And Sunday was one of those days where I already knew it was going to be a drag. And the weekly reading for Monday was already released on Saturday. Or rather, from Saturday to Sunday night. And it actually happened for me from Sunday to Monday night. And the whole week has changed so much for me. I had completely different plans because so many things happened and because I had to change my plans. And yes, but I'm glad that things turned out the way they did. And I'll tell you this quite honestly, we're looking at March 3rd to 9th, but it can change. For some, it might already be happening this week when the video comes out, and it could even be on Sunday. For some, it might even be 2 weeks later, regardless of whether there's a date set. It can also have significance for some later on. Remember things like that and always look back at the videos. My dear ones, 3 March until March 30th, Mercury in Aries. And as I said, we will notice that we will definitely be able to think more clearly. So there will definitely be an incentive for some that a lot of clarity and thoughts will also come. Yeah. Also, the power is back again. Where I also think, I'm really curious about that. I've already told you about Mercury and Aries in the astrological forecast. Okay. Keep in mind that the roles in a reading can be swapped. Time is always relative. Time is, and this is always about collective readings. General readings can, of course, also mean that not everything will resonate with you. And this reading here, yes, you can always find all the important information, all the important links, and also the cards I use down in the info box. And everything I'm currently offering can be found on my website. That's exactly the topic I wanted to bring up as well. So I've also played around with that. With the thanks and with the sharing, I would be very happy if you also share my videos. For those who should also see the video, share it with friends, acquaintances, however you want. And what I wanted to mention, everything you might need right now, you can always find down in the info box, always in German. That will definitely be there. It's also being gradually built up in English, Spanish, and Turkish, along with the playlists of the respective videos. There aren't all the videos there yet. That's the only reason it will be added gradually. Still, you'll find everything important in the info box. Then I wanted to bring up something very important, the topic of my website. It's set up like this now. I love it. I'm so glad that I switched to Shopify last year. And yes, that's also something when I started my channel here. 2021. At first I didn't have a website, and then at some point, I think 3 months later, I decided on Wix. I definitely didn't want to shop. That didn't work for me at all, so I decided on Wix. I first used the free version, and then I got an offer from Wix that I could save 50%. I took that. Back then, the continuation was still on Vimeo. And then in 2022, I decided that I didn't want to use Vimeo anymore because a portion was always going to Vimeo. And I also didn't have a clear overview of what I was paying. That was in dollars and not in euros. That all bothered me a bit. And accordingly, there were also a few other settings that just bothered me. I only had 20 GW available per week. I could have gone higher, but that would have gotten more expensive. So I decided against Vimeo and then built my website completely on Wix, as I said. I got help from a specialist who knows about this, and then I had my website. I had it completely finished on Wix in 2022, and that works out well. Just 2022, 23, and finally, in 2024, the new prices came out. where I thought, wow, that is just surpassing everything. And there was a topic for me in 2024 where I said, I don't need any of the old videos at all anymore. They were all on my age. They were all active on the website. I had unlimited video storage, so I could upload as much as I wanted, and that was important to me. Also, because I make a lot of videos. And finally, I decided against it because, as I said, in terms of price, I thought, no. That is current item or absolute unnecessary, or rather, I actually find it quite cheeky, to be honest. So I needed an alternative, and I wasn't exactly sure how to go about it. I really took my time with that. What I should do, I really took my time with that. Last year, I thought about it. And I ultimately decided to go against it, because if I had done it the way I had continued, that is, with all the follow-ups I had done up to that point, meaning from 2021, 2022, and 2023, the years that no one really looks at anymore, I would have actually paid 3,000 euros for a year. I'm telling you how it is now, and I was thinking, what's the point that someone is watching a video that was made 3 years ago? It doesn't interest anyone anymore. Most people look forward, which is good. You shouldn't look back either, as I said. And I then made the decision, from now on, there will only be new videos, and all the old ones will be deleted. And then I looked at the prices and thought to myself, that's stupid. I don't like it. I didn't really like everything about Wix anyway. And yes, then I went shopping, and there was a really cool offer. I think I only paid €1 for the first 3 months. Shopify often does that to attract customers. And then I first focused on how to build the website. And yeah, I was really excited that I completed it in 15 hours. About 2 or 3 days ago, I finished building a website on Shopify all by myself in 15 hours. There were still a few small details that I needed to change regarding how I manage the continuations and so on. I'm really happy right now, as all the continuations are available on YouTube. There is the SP. There is the storage space. Unlimited. Let's put it that way. I don't need to worry about that at all. So, as I said, it was just the function of how you get redirected there. And as I said, there was still a little hack that I had to figure out. And in the end, I managed to do that. And I'm so glad that I took that path last year about Shopify. I'm telling you how it is. I'm so happy. Yeah, and I worked on that today, unfortunately, on my website. Unfortunately, I can say that I can select languages, so I can set it up, so that everything is automatically translated. There was already some German in there, English too, but not everything was translated 100%. Now I've translated everything 100%, which means everything I've written, everything that's on my website, you can find up in the bar. Depending on where you are, you can switch to English and Spanish. I've done it in both languages now. I also wanted Turkish, but unfortunately that's not possible. That's not possible because currently only 2 languages can be translated. The storage capacity or the app no longer allows for creating languages for each website. There's no pro version either, because otherwise I would have chosen the pro version, since I would have liked to have all the languages. Then it translates. My dear Turkish viewers, then please watch in English, or if you understand English, or if you understand German or Spanish, please watch it in that language. Otherwise, you'll have to wait a bit until it's available in Turkish too. Because unfortunately, I can't translate it into Turkish right now. I could do everything manually, but that takes a lot of time because there are a few things that need to be translated. So 180 categories were translated into English and Spanish. And I think in English it's even 181. So, my dear ones, that's currently not possible time-wise as well. And as I said, please don't be mad. As soon as it's available, I've also put myself on the mailing list. I will translate it into Turkish right away. And yes, otherwise, most people can speak English. So please try it in English as well. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me anytime. And yes, I definitely wanted to point that out, that you, as I said, can also find it on my website for the others. For the other countries, so not just Germany, England. England already. For the English viewers, for the Spanish and Turkish viewers, you can also book things on my website. As I said, you can now translate that into your language. And I want to go global. That's clear to me. I don't want to be active only here in Germany or in Austria, Switzerland or Luxembourg. As I said, there were already some from Spain who were watching here, also on the German channel, and then from Sri Lanka, and then Laos, which I was really happy about. And now I've been thinking, I just want to keep going, and I really want to go global. And as I said, you can also book something with me. You'll get your reading in your language as well. Exactly. That's about it for now. Then I wanted to add something. For the follow-up, you always have your follow-up linked below in the info box when you watch the zodiac signs. You can also find it on my website. If you translate it into your language, don't forget that. It will automatically be translated into your language. If it's in Spanish or English, then you need to look at the title image. As I said, it definitely indicates whether it's the English, German or Spanish version or the Turkish one. As I said, everything will be translated into your language. So you need to be a bit careful. It's best to go through the link below in the info box or in the top comment if you want to buy a follow-up. I definitely want to mention this here as well. So, my dears, chatted for half an hour. Yes, I just moved everything up. I just did it before the reading. And I'm happy that everything is out now. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to start the reading in peace. If I think of anything else I've forgotten, you'll find out. Otherwise, yes, I would say let's start with the weekly reading. Once, please, the main theme. I'm very curious about what the main theme will be for this week. Didn't we have the vision or something last week? No, that was also a 52-hour journey. I don't know what main economy we had. Earth, and underneath we have the money. Sounds good, right? The Venus retrograde. Theme, Earth. Grounding. And the theme is money. Yes, we have the 15 here. 15 is the devil. And here we have the 25, 7. It's, the chariot. The earth. It could also mean something in the outside world. I've read the card several times already, including the money card. But I'll read it out loud again anyway. Let's see what's inside. Page number 60, that's the 6th. Those are the loving changes, decisions. Grounding is what's needed. Bring your ideas into reality. Yes, my dear ones, what else should I say about that? Bring your ideas into reality. It's about seeing valuable products can be extracted from the earth. You can draw valuable visions and ideas from within yourself. Meditate with the element earth. I would also like to invite you to that. I really want to invite you to check out my meditation channels. I don't know if I'll manage to set up the other channel this week, or rather, it's set up so the Feelings Hall music channel is established. There are already videos uploaded there, but there are a few things I still need to work on. And before it's completely finished, I can't upload or publish anything. And there's another channel that you can't see yet. And maybe I'll even prioritize that one. I still don't know how I'll manage it this week. I have a vacation this week. I'm very happy about that too, my dear ones. But I have a lot planned. I also plan to actually do a spring cleaning here. So I want to have everything clean. And I will also take a day for that. And I still have the paperwork that I've actually been putting off from week to week, where I told you I would tackle it now, but I've still postponed it. So up until today, I still haven't tackled it. And I definitely know that during the week I have off now, I need to tackle that. Otherwise, there will be trouble. No, I definitely have to. So I have a few to-dos that I must not forget, which I need to tackle this week. But as I said, I warmly invite you to check out my meditation channels. And yes, relax, meditate. My dears. Then we have the 15. Page number 40. I find that interesting too. That's the ruler, control. The money, financial movements are very important. Pay attention to income and expenses. Miss money, give it the necessary attention so you don't overlook anything. Money is like blood. It has to flow to stay healthy. Didn't I just say that? I mentioned it in Venus. In the Venus video, I mentioned something about cash flow. Feel free to check out the Venus video. It was very informative and didn't take too long. It's about the retrograde Venus and yes, in the video, when I gathered some information, I thought to myself, wow, these are the current energies. It's simple. You can tell. Okay. Then let's get started. I'm actually using the deck again that I've already been using it in the last few days. I really would like that. I would like to use that. You can always find all my card decks down in the info box. So, we've got the first card. Before I start here, just for the other channels, I always lay out 7 cards. This can be for the individual days of the week, but it doesn't have to be. So, it doesn't have to be from Monday to Sunday here. It could also happen sometime in the middle of the week, or towards the end of the week, or vice versa. Or slalom, or 2 or 3 events happen in one day, or everything happens in one day. Just like with me, my dears. What do we have here? The advice of fate. Yeah, crazy. It's starting off really well. Crazy, the layout, I'm telling you. The next few weeks are going to be intense. So not intense in a negative way, but intense in a positive way. So take a look at the Venus message and also my forecast for March. Feel free to check out the forecast for February as well, looking back, because everything I said there, what I predicted astrologically, has actually happened. At least, not just with me, but also with a few others. So I've already received some feedback on that. I really love stuff like this. As I said, feel free to give it to me anytime. I see a bit of Rihanna in this picture. Actually, the advice of fate, if you're just sitting around and doing nothing, nothing can change. And it's all about changes right now regarding fate and transformation. New opportunities are now taking your life into your own hands once again. It's the same from week to week, from day to day, from reading to reading. It's time to change your fate now. The energies are there. You can't change it. You can't influence it. The energies are here. But you can take it into your own hands here and change your life now. So this is a really important energy here. Yes, the 5 of Swords. What should I say about that? My life, 5 of Swords, leave situations where you are being taken advantage of, where the lost battle is left behind. Leave situations where you are being manipulated, where you are being rejected, where you are being used, however that may be. This situation should be left behind now. Let's take a look further. Okay, so it seems we're actually getting more out of this. What do we have here? That was the first card, the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, we had that in a reading as well. The Knight of Pentacles is ready to start something new, but he usually hesitates. Well, there is... Yes, I don't want to say that he's afraid. But he might be a bit cautious when it comes to investing his coin. And I also told you that in the video. I think that was a 72-hour thing, but I'm not sure now. Right. That was in the week in the daily message from Inside for Thursday, and the dosha didn't come out. I believe it was from Friday. In the daily message, so in the Good Night Impulse from Friday to Saturday, I have told you since then, be prepared to invest in yourselves, which also means that the topic of money has to close. When it comes in, you can't spend anything. And if you don't invest in yourself, in who else, that means maybe retraining, buying something, whatever. What your dream or wish is, where you want to go now. Again, it's now about putting things into action. To sow, you will reap what you have sown this week. And now it's about sowing. And I find that very exciting because it actually fits. Maybe you can, it also said to realize your ideas, or maybe turn your ideas into reality. But maybe it's also about that, to make your wishes and dreams come true now. I can only speak from experience that this is really possible. My dear ones, I can't say it any other way. And yes, so when it comes to the topic of visions, pay attention to your dreams. It's really important. Pay attention to your dreams. What you dream, but also this conscious dreaming. And most of the time when we want it, it doesn't work out. But if you notice that you're dreaming, then really try to engage with it in the dream. That's sometimes easier said than done. But as I mentioned, I've really delved into this topic as well. Lucid dreaming and all that. And this is a very, very exciting topic because I really feel like, wow, I have so many things to discuss with you. My dear, there's also this, I definitely want to share this week. While I'm on vacation, I want to talk about me and my counterpart. Oh, me and my counterpart. Me and my soul process. I want to share this message as well. I want to bring this out this week because I have a few things I wanted to address, me and my counterpart anyway. Now that I've said it, apparently I should say it. But I want to share this message about me and my soul process. And I am convinced of that. I'm telling you how it is. Now I've forgotten what I wanted to say. That can't be true. Topic vision, topic of lucid dreaming. When we sleep, sometimes we dream something, sometimes we don't. And I'm convinced that the soul takes care of its things when we sleep. The body can rest, it can let go and take care of things. Sometimes we notice it when we dream, but sometimes we don't. So that means we shouldn't know that yet. And as I said, I can only speak from my experience, which was when I was there. So it really felt like I was with my soul. Like, that was a very intense experience. I can't remember ever having such an intense experience. I've had something like that before, or even more often. I looked at what my other incarnations were like and stuff like that. But as I said, it was just so intense. I can't describe it any differently or better than I did earlier. My dear ones, so as I said, try to pay attention to your dreams. Just try to pay attention to your dreams, this lucid dreaming, consciously dreaming. 7 of Swords, hallelujah. What should I say about that? So let me see what else has come up here. And there we have Temperance. I really like that. I actually drew that in the Venus Oracle once to show you. It's about the theme of balance. Balance. Everything that feels wrong. Everything that doesn't feel right. That can be people. That can be situations. Those could also be your thoughts. Because the 7 of Swords also represents thoughts. Everything that doesn't feel right for you anymore can be let go of now. The theme of letting go is here again, but also finding the right balance. You should really, that's what I said earlier. I don't want to be in a bad mood. I want to be positive. And when you're automatically in a bad mood, the people around you are also in a bad mood. You automatically attract this energy, this evil energy, this negative energy. And that drains your energy. And as I said, find your balance. Stay in harmony. Establish your inner balance. Be at peace with yourself. And everything that feels wrong, as I said, that can also be people. They can now leave. You can let that go. 9 of Pentacles. Look, success, it will come. I also believe that you will master this week. I have a feeling that here, well, the world, my dear ones, our layout of the wands. The world, that is the conclusion. Look how beautiful the card is. The conclusion, you will let go of something this week. And something is also allowed to come to an end now. Things, as I said, that drain your energy, that make you unhappy, where you notice you are not in balance there either. Then establish inner balance. I also have like Venus, or rather, the World card is actually not the Venus card. I have this through this card, and I also like other ones. I actually have a bit of Venus energy in the decks. I can really see this Venus energy right now. Venus energy, this dancing, this having fun. It's about finding closure here, being able to wrap something up. Here, something can successfully come to a close, come to an end. With the World, anything is always possible. So that means the gates are open for you, the doors are open for you. You just have to find the right door to where you want to go. It's like stepping into the hallway. 7 of Wands. I heard this phrase here, fight for what you want. Fight for what you want, be ready to fight. Above all, be ready to follow through and not give up. It's really, really important not to give up. Yes, because this is the new beginning. Next we have the 6 of Swords, which is also about leaving the past behind, and then there's the Strength card. You have the strength in you. Just take a look at the Strength card. You have the strength in you. Have confidence in yourself. That's what self-confidence is, strength is. Let's take a look further. The Priestess, hallelujah. Wow, I'm really hyped right now, especially in front of this spread. When I did the live stream for the weekly reading, we had the Devil as the first card. That was a reading where I thought to myself, and all of it was live. So that was also something where I thought, oh my God. We had 6 major arcana, and out of the 7 cards that were laid out here, we have 6 major arcana. We now have 4 major arcana. We have the Wheel of Fortune, then we have Temperance, the World, and now we've also received the High Priestess. My 7, the universe is on your side. Follow your intuition. Definitely listen to your intuition here. I have a feeling for some, it's also about spirituality, being ready to dive into the spiritual realm. And now I'll show you the 2 cards where I said to be ready to start something new. Above all, it's about balance. The intuition is guiding you. Just let yourself be led. That was the message from last week. Just let yourself be guided. Take a look at which direction it leads you. Let it flow. Everything can flow now. And the person has their eyes closed. That's that feeling of what is right. Your intuition, very, very important. You have this higher knowledge within you. Activate it. Wow, that's beautiful. I can't say it any other way. Under the deck, we have the moon. I saw that earlier. Again, High Priestess and the moon, very, very strong spirituality. Here, the eyes are also closed. The moon looks so beautiful. We just had the new moon on the 28th February, and I believe the new moon at the end of the month, so at the end of March, will open up some more doors. Because especially with the weather and the solar eclipse, so that's going to change quite a bit. And I'm very curious to see where the journey will take all of us. My 7 instincts here. Activate your instincts, activate your intuition, be ready. And especially with the moon, I mentioned this earlier. Pay attention to your dreams. Very, very strong dreams. He might be dreaming very intensely this week. Pay attention to signs, pay attention to your dreams. After that, we had the 10 of Swords. And here we already see the Ace of Swords, which tells me something again. You're completely off here with the 10 of Swords, and you're starting fresh with an Ace of Swords. And we also have the 10 of Church here. My dear ones, I would prefer to leave the moon outside as well. I'm leaving it outside now too. He can't fall out anymore anyway because he was under the deck. You can't see it. So, one more. Yes, and then we get 3. That can't be true. Well, what should I say about that? I'll take it just like that as it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 10 is the advice of fate. We got the 10 of Church. It's about your fulfillment. To move into a happy future. Luck is on your side. You have your luck in your own hands here. With the advice of fate, you can decide for yourself here. You can change your destiny. You can decide how things will go for you, which direction it should take now. Take it. This chance at the 10 of Church, that's the happy ending. So it doesn't get better than the 10 of Church. It can't get any better. That's where it should go. That you are happy. I can't put it any other way. I'm currently in this energy. Regardless of whether there is someone else. I'm currently in this energy because I'm so happy with myself. You have to be happy with yourself first before you can attract someone else. Otherwise, you'll only attract people who are in a state of lack. Here, the 7 of Swords. Earlier we had the 5 of Swords. We also got the 2 of Wands and the Queen of Wands. And I think I saw those energies in the daily message. It's about making a decision. With the 2 of Wands as well, choice. You have it here again. You simply have it in your hands. And that's kind of how it is for me, even in the classic deck. I'll show you this once so you understand what I mean. The world is pretty close to me here. So, and now the 2 of Wands. I think it was pretty far back. My God, where are you? That can't be true. There she is. I have the feeling it was pretty far back. Who has the world here? Who has the Two of Wands here? Here. This is the conclusion. Here are these two bars. And here are these Two of Wands. And there you have the world in your hands? You're not quite there yet. Here's the conclusion. Here, one is ready to let something go. That's a major arcana. And here you still ask yourself, where do I actually want to go in this world? For me, that's the little card. The little card of the world map. And here, you still have to make the decision. So this will happen one way or another, the world. That will happen one way or another. And here you have to decide, where do you want to go now? And this is one of the last cards. If you want to be happy here, you also have to choose to be happy. That's an attitude. That's a decision. Queen of Wands, she's doing it, so I don't worry about it at all. Because of the Queen of Wands. Is she a transformer, independent and free? She also gets through life well on her own and manages just fine. And that's also this firepower that you want to push forward now. One wants to take action. She's a doer. One wants to take action. One wants to seize the initiative and basically get into doing. Also coming, we still have the Three of Coins under the deck. Queen of Coins. It's about the Three of Coins. Three of Coins and Seven of Coins make 10 of Coins. It's about stability, my dears. It's also about this here, cash flow. It's about stability. Well, the Three of Pentacles also means that you're building something up. Thinking about the future, money has to flow. Where you are not happy or not being paid enough, whatever that means for you, should be allowed to be left. You should pay attention to the fact that money flows. I actually like to lay it up here as well. But I want to draw one more piece of advice for you because I just love the cards. That's why I want to draw one more card. One more piece of advice. What should you pay attention to this week? Is there a tendency for what you should pay attention to? Or a tip? I'll lay the card down here. She did a somersault, didn't she? Page of Swords. I want to let myself be held back. That's too many for me. Let's see, what do we have here? Seven of Swords, Three of Cups. Then it also showed the Queen of Cups here. Five of Swords, Four of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. This is clearly about the things that don't make you happy, where you're not stable, where you notice that maybe it's not growing. That's not what we envision for you. That's not growth potential. You can definitely leave that. We also have the Six of Swords. You can definitely leave that. I'm going to put the cards back in now because, like I said, that's too many for me. I don't see that fitting in here. I've interpreted that now. Can we please get a tendency now on what you should pay attention to? A tip, a piece of advice. This week, what's important? The Empress. That's really intense. I just got serious goosebumps. And at the bottom of the deck, we now have the Page of Swords, who just showed up and did a somersault. I can't believe it. The Page of Swords cannot be stopped. And the Empress. That's this energy of growth. Again, growth. We just had the Ace of Pentacles. I also feel that one or two people here can create something new. Grow beyond yourself. The theme of love could be very important for this week. And that's also the Taurus card. And I'm here with the card of Earth, also with Taurus, actually. See, it's really, really important that you plant seeds so that something new can emerge for you. So that you can also emerge anew. Wow. So, I'm laying the cards out here. Here we have the Nine of Swords and also the Empress of Taurus. The Court. So this is really a mega. I can only recommend it to you. I've linked it down in the info box. You can find it on Etsy. By the way, it's in English. And most people understand English. So, there's definitely a mega message behind this. And as I said, the card deck really resonates with me. In the meantime, it actually works because I've used it a few times now. Then the cards get a bit worn out and they're not as smooth anymore. Then you can shuffle them better. But otherwise, because they've grown like this, they're a bit gross because they're so smooth. But still, they still look mega. My dears, the topic is power here. Which power animal will accompany us this week? I definitely remember the stork that I saw in the field. That's usually when I'm going to work or coming back from work. I was just driving to work. I saw the stork again. I just thought, mega. But I think that was already... Was it on Tuesday or Friday? I don't remember anymore. I think that was on Friday. And from Friday to Saturday, I also published on the Turkish channel. So it was already decided that I actually want to do that. But, exactly. I finally decided on that on Friday. My dears, your power animal, our power animal this week. Otherwise, I actually don't remember any other animal. So, I keep seeing birds again and again. But other than that, I don't remember. Which power animal will accompany us this week, my dear ones? The tiger. Wow. I've also had that one very, very rarely. Under the deck, we have the moth, which I've also seen, and the beetles at work. But I don't even count those anymore because I see them every day. The tiger enthusiasm. Unbridled power is within you. Unleash it. Learn to direct it. Courage and assertiveness are being gifted to you right now. Look, this is a gift that you're receiving this week. Awesome. I have goosebumps again. The moth, exactly. I saw 2 of them at work. But I got her out. I saved her. Bondage. Moths fly around your light. The real treasures lie in the timeless, eternal nature. One more time. Hold on. Moths fly around your light. The true treasures lie in the timeless, eternal nature. Release what wants to be freed. Yeah. What should I say about that? So, it fits once again. Well, I haven't seen a tiger now. I don't believe it on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube. I didn't see that tiger. Yes, a baby tiger. But I only saw it briefly. I don't think I even clicked on the video. I saw that I somehow feel like I see the animals that fall out of here a week in advance. My dear ones, we're drawing still. An angel for sure, but also from both angels, thick. So one is the answers from the angels and the other is the angels of guidance. Just like every week. Once please, your angels. The abundance has shown itself, but it hasn't fallen out. It can be a piece of advice for you or also an answer or answers. Yes, that's half the deck, but I don't like that. Let's take the bottom card for now. The exciting changes that are now coming. Joyful changes are coming your way. Believe in it. Believe in it. It's really, really important that you believe in it. If you don't believe in it, how is it supposed to work? And then puts it into action. I'm going to shuffle through. Let's see what comes out. The 2 want to come out. Shuffle, something else wants to come out. And this one wants to come out. Okay. Here we have it under the deck in the near future. It will show itself in the near future. After that we have a new direction coming in. Yes, my dears. What should I say about that? I think I should have taken them all. We have the activation. Very fitting for this week. Activation. Then we have inform yourself anew. Yes. I did that too. Wasn't that also in the last week's reading? I just skimmed through them quickly. I can't repeat every card one by one anymore. Inform yourself anew. That means there is new information. That's what I told you. Last year, on 08/08/2024, or rather a week later, it didn't go the way I imagined it would with the other channel. Or it was really bad. Inform yourself anew. I also have to be completely honest, today, or rather on Saturday, depending on when you watch this video, on Saturday in the morning, I also had something else. I googled what I wanted to plan or do, and there are now completely different possibilities, so the doors are open. My life is going to change so much. Inform yourself. But there is new information for you. And then we have the topic, there's even something better for you. There's something better for you. At the moment, it's 3:33. Yes. Yes, I lay them out at night. I always lay out the cards at night. I'm just a night person. An angel of guidance, please. A message for you. Are we getting a message for you? Please. An angel of guidance. You have received 2. We have once creator energy, open yourself to inspirations and express your creativity. The sum of 820 is the 10 months rate of fate. The light is here and lies here and goes back to the one in the Magician. In the Magician, that means the impossible is possible, my dear. And we have the theme of cleansing. And that sounds familiar to me, as if we had that last week. Cleansing. In the cleansing of your soul, you find your true self. The 3, that is the Empress, and we have her laid out here. The theme of healing, cleansing, could be important this week for some. Okay, for those who are crying out, look at the loved ones, draw me another love. And then I'm done for now, my loves. What a weekly reading. I can't say it any other way. I'm really happy. I think something has turned around. Or it just did a somersault again. No, it looked that way. We have a risky temptation here. The pressure is on. Be a little careful with one or another. What do we have here? I remember the card, follow the voice of your heart. When you leave this world, you can't take anything with you. Only your soul. And that was in a 72-hour glance. And then we have playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy on earth. Enjoy each other. Don't forget, love is the best healer. Also self-love. Playfulness. Stay true to yourself. A very, very important topic here. Stay true to yourself. Let's put it here. And we have a secret fairy. Someone is watching you. I'm also at the Page of Swords. Team are observing. Otherwise, I don't see anyone here. Or rather, maybe the Dear Swords, that there's someone who keeps running away. As I said, that can be the temptation. A little cautious. Someone is watching you in secret. A secret fairy. I'll just put it here like this. My dears. That's it. I'm really done with the weekly reading and also with what I wanted to share. I can't think of anything else now. I believe I've told you everything I wanted to share, and I really wanted to tell you this. I'm going to save the video for myself. I've been thinking all week about how I'm going to tell you this, because there's just no better way to tell it. I've been thinking about it the whole time. I would have loved to take you all with me to where I was. My dears, I am so happy. Okay. Let's leave it at that for now. I wish you, as I said, we also have 2 portal days this week. This can actually... It could definitely be a wild week. I'm really curious to see what will come. I'm on vacation. I definitely have enough time for this and that. I can already see that the week is going to fly by, and I've only managed to get through half of it. But okay, I'll do my best. My dear ones, I truly wish you a wonderful week. Make the best of it. I thank everyone who finds their way to me. Subscribe to me, and as I said, activate the bell so you won't miss any more videos. Comment on my channel, like it. And if you share it, I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. When we reach 10,000, am I going to do something really special for you here? Mine. Besides, otherwise, we'll see each other again in the next videos like we always do. I wish you all a wonderful week. All the best.
and see you at the next reading.